And now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite on stage another wonderfully sweet voice. Please welcome the Subang Jaya State Assemblywoman, Ms. Hannah Yeoh.
You know, people my age grew up fascinated by Patrick Teo. We are still fascinated by him. And when we see him, I remember my first time meeting him, I went, oh my God, it's Patrick Teo. And when Nurul Izzah walked in just now, she said the same thing. Oh my God, it's Patrick Teo. So we are very honored to be in your presence today. And I think you will make a brilliant politician. I've said many times to you on Twitter, I think you should consider running for a seat in the coming election. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not read the news today, I want to share with you the latest update from our Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister just announced that he would assume the role of acting woman minister. And this is not an April Fool joke. This is serious. When I first read it, I thought it was a joke on Twitter. I had to check it a few times, and it's confirmed. I read it on Malaysia Kini just before I came. Shahrizad's senatorship ends tomorrow, and you know the entire UMNO Wanita leadership is divided at this point. So instead of doing what is good for this country, instead of doing what this country needs in this portfolio, our Prime Minister decided to play Mr. Nice Guy again. To secure his position in UMNO, he said, okay, no need to fight, I will step in, I will be the acting woman minister. After 54 years of running this country, we are reduced to this. Barisan Nasional lacks good women leaders. After 54 years. After just 4 years in leadership today, you can see half the speakers here tonight are women. Now, the Prime Minister's decision today to be the acting woman minister speaks a lot about their relationship with MCA. We all know that the deputy woman minister is from MCA. But instead of promoting her to be the acting woman minister, Najib becomes the woman minister. It's quite funny. Every time you repeat it, you laugh. Najib is not just acting woman minister, he is also the finance minister. He is also the prime minister. And he's also the husband of Rosmah. 4 important portfolios in this country. It shows that, again, they lack good leaders. Now, Najib has been talking about taking back Selangor at all costs. Using all weapons available, let's take back Selangor. But K. Toyo came out and admitted, he said they have no candidate for Menteri Besar. Nobody can stand against Tan Sri Khalid. This is open admission by the former Chief Minister of Selangor. So if at this point they cannot decide on who will be the Chief Minister of Selangor, I think you should not give them a chance to govern Selangor. Secondly, we've been asking for check and balance. We think that the Prime Minister should not be the Finance Minister. So instead of giving up one portfolio, he took on another one today, clearly not listening to the voice of the people. And he might as well run his entire cabinet by himself. We have one of the largest cabinet in the world. So many ministers, deputy ministers. And they kept talking about Government Transformation Program, GTP. And this is how they transform, taking multiple roles. And since he likes One Malaysia so much, our Prime Minister is showing the country what One Malaysia really means. One-man show. Only one running the entire country. Pakatan Rakyat is different. When you talk about Pakatan Rakyat, you do not just talk about Anwar Ibrahim. You know we have so many capable leaders and we have equal sharing of power. We consult one another. A few weeks ago, I think I did an interview with the Star. They asked me, name me one bad thing you think that Pakatan Rakyat has. If I can think of one bad thing, I would say we have mutual consultation, resulting in slight delay when we want to make a decision, because we truly consult one another. There is no master-slave relationship, unlike UMNO and the rest of the component parties. Now we say Barisan Nasional lacks good leader, woman leader. Pakatan Rakyat, we have the first woman president of PKR, Datuk Sri Wan Aziza. In Selangor, we have 40% woman representation in the state exco lineup. We have the first deputy woman speaker in Selangor. And in Selangor, we have 8 women state assemblymen. This is a good representation, good number to have. And we hope to see more of women participate in politics. In Selangor, if you allow Barisan Nasional to take back Selangor, you will have 0 women representation, because currently out of their 20 seats plus 2 independent seats, no woman representation at all. In Penang, we have the first woman mayor. We are not a one-man show. We operate based on consensus. Kita duduk sama rendah, kita berdiri sama tinggi. And that's Pakatan Rakyat. In Selangor, women are given equal opportunity to lead and to participate in decision making. Now, I'm a woman, I'm very young among all the assemblymen, and someone like me is given so many opportunities in participating in decision making. I give you a few examples. We have the Select Committee for Freedom of Information. Woman is being represented. We have CELCAT Committee, 2 women are included. I have mentioned just now 4 women exco. We talk about leading the change. Bukit Lanjan and Selangor. Selangor is the first state to give 90 days maternity leave. Now you might think this is a small thing, especially for businessmen. It's inconvenient to give 90 days maternity leave. But you know, in every mature democratic country, this is the international standard. And this is needed for women. I am a young mother. I am a beneficiary of this good new policy in Selangor. And I can tell you that this 90 days maternity leave has really enabled me to bond exclusively with my baby. And in the long run, you know, this bonding between mother and daughter will create more healthy families. And when you have more healthy families, you will have a more healthy society. And this country needs something like this. So well done, Tan Sri Khalid, for giving women sufficient rest after they give birth. And because of this policy, the federal government also followed us. When we first spoke about minimum wage policy in our Buku Jingga, Barisan Nasional said we will bankrupt this country. Today, they are talking about minimum wage policy. Again, we lead, they follow. Thirdly, we've been demanding for the abolishment of ISA. We all know that ISA is cruel and bad. Barisan Nasional Party has tried to justify ISA for the longest time. But today, who is talking about ISA? They're still talking about it. I have not yet to see them truly abolishing it. Again, we lead, they follow. Where do you send copycats to? You send, in this country, you send them to Petaling Street. So I urge you, in the next election, send Barisan Nasional to where they belong. People who copycat have no place in Putrajaya. Putrajaya is made for leaders. You have to send Pakatan Rakyat there. Another example of us leading, they follow. Penang gave out 100 ringgit to senior citizens. Selangor gave 2,005 plus 100 ringgit jom shopping. We give out of our excess. We save money. We have high revenue. Cash reserve we give. Barisan Nasional tried to copy too. So they attempt, or they have already started giving 500 ringgit under the Bantuan Rakyat Satu Malaysia program. But they have no access to give. We all know they operate out of deficit budget. And this is what happens when leaders just copy ideas without thinking and without understanding the mechanism. And you know, for businessmen, it's very dangerous if you just copy ideas without understanding what is good for you, without understanding your strength, your asset. And this is what is happening. We give, they want to give. We give out of our excess, they give out of their deficit. Bukit Lanjan is like Subang Jaya, very urban constituency. And you know what federal government, Barisan Nasional is doing to modern constituencies like yourself who have voted in Pakatan Rakyat? They suffocate you, they starve you, and they do not give you any development money. I want to give you one clear example. No, two examples in Subang Jaya, where clearly the federal government has failed to fulfill or to give us the minimum amount that we require to run Subang Jaya. The first thing they promised before 2008 general elections, they announced that they were going to build a pedestrian bridge across the main road. You know Summit USJ is a busy road. They promised, they did the groundbreaking ceremony announcement, we will build you a pedestrian bridge. The pedestrian bridge is only 1.5 million ringgit. After the announcement was made, after we won, they replied, 4 years, they say we have no budget. 1.5 million, we have no budget. Now the people of Selangor and Bukit Lanjan pay very high income tax. Can you believe that they do not have 1.5 million to give? Unbelievable, because only in 11 weeks this year, the Prime Minister and Muhyiddin spent 600 million just dishing out cash. And 1.5 million they cannot give to people like us. So what happened? Selangor state government has to step in. Selangor government has pledged 1.3 million to build a pedestrian bridge, cheaper than what was estimated. And in a few weeks' time, Tan Sri Khalid is coming to Subang Jaya to do the groundbreaking ceremony. This is a clear example, simple 1.5 million example of how BN will promise but they cannot deliver. Selangor will step in to help them deliver this. Secondly, in the last general election, Barisan Nasional also promised a 8 million ringgit government clinic for Subang Jaya. 4 years later, we have yet to see any government clinic, and they announced that they will build us a One Malaysia clinic. Now, One Malaysia clinic is only 200,000 ringgit. Where is our 8 million? They would have dished this out to other people, other constituencies, not something like Subang Jaya or Bukit Lanjan. Now, if you are still not convinced of Pakatan Rakyat's track record in Selangor, you are still not convinced that Barisan Nasional is bad in Selangor, let me give you a few more examples before I end. Barisan Nasional's participation in our state assembly is very lousy. If you do not watch the telecast of the sitting, please try to or come and visit us. You will see for yourself, it is unbelievable. They used to sit only 2 to 3 days. We have extended the sitting because we really debate the policies. We stand up and we question our excos. We ask the Menteri Besar questions. Unlike last time, rubber stamp, they just endorse. So many times in the afternoon, you will see Barisan Nasional assemblymen walk in, sign attendance because you get to claim your attendance, and they disappear for tea or makan minum. You just don't see them. So very low attendance. And if you vote for someone like this, your interests are not being represented. Your voices are not being heard in the state assembly. There is no quality debate. Before 2008, we only had 2 opposition leaders in Selangor State Assembly, Teng Chang Kim and Ng Swee Lim. But with only 2, we were able to expose so many scandals. Remember the Zakaria scandal, exposed by this 2%. Today we have 20 plus 2, but no issues. They are not just hopeless as government, they are also hopeless as opposition. So please do not give them a chance to come back. Every sitting, we see the opposition leader raising issues that you can read from the UMNO Cyber Troopers blog. They raise the question, but they are not there to listen to the answers. We have seen this so many times. When MB rebuts, when our EXCO rebuts empty, we talk to an empty audience. Secondly, public accounts chairmanship. Public accounts chairmanship always belongs to the opposition leader in any democratic country. But in Malaysia, PAC is led by BN. There's no check and balance. So in Selangor, we talk about leading the change. So Datuk Teng Chang Kip said, okay, we will give the PAC chairmanship to Barisan Nasional. You know what we did? We called them in, we appointed them as the Public Account Committee chairman. They declined. They say, no, we don't want. So because they have not accepted it, the PAC has not met, we have no choice but to reappoint Pakatan Rakyat so that they will come in and start working. That's why Adun for Kajang, Cikgu Lee Kim Sin, has been reappointed. He declined. He said, no, we want to give it to Barisan Nasional, but BN said doesn't want. I cannot understand this logic. Let me tell you why. They are not interested in governing. They are not interested in good governance. They are only interested in taking power, grabbing, holding on to power. That's why when they have no power, they are not interested anymore. So they can take seats, they can win seats, but they are not interested in debating policies, not interested in check and balance. They just want to take back Selangor at all costs. We have done live streaming to be a more transparent government. You can watch the sitting, you can watch all our debates online. From 2 days to 10 days, we have open inquiry. You have heard about Selcat. We have called Barisan Nasional in to question them. We have even called our own Pakatan Rakyat people in to be questioned. We have passed the first Freedom of Information Enactment in this country. Selangor has done that. Why? Because we have nothing to hide. We want people to have more information. Information is truth, and only the truth can set the people free in this land. Lastly, we have shown to you how we are capable of leading to change this country. So I plead with you, I ask that you will continue to give us a chance to support us. In 4 years, we have produced result. We have double or triple our state cash reserve from 500 million to 1.9 billion. Selangor government. You have heard just now about our chief minister, how prudent a man he is. Trust me, we all know. Tan Sri Khalid is very careful with the people's money. And I say this with confidence, and I ask that you will trust us with your money, because we have not disappointed you in the last 4 years. The amount, the results speak for itself. So thank you. Please continue to support Ellie Wong. We need her in the Selangor state government. She helps to fight for a lot of our issues. So thank you so much for supporting her today, and continue to give us support. I cannot repeat this enough. Please give us your support. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you.